My name is Jonsson. I'm the Senior Vice President of Global Services in Oriflame. Digital transformation is on top of our strategic agenda. It's one of our defined growth drivers in Oriflame. We have been using IFS for 15 years. Currently we use it for finance and accounting all over the world. We have one database, one instance, one solution, which is the backbone and foundation of my services. So it's very important. We also have the HR solution, which we use in a very limited way. We use it basically for employee administration, employee database management. And we use it for travel and expense. We also have parts of our supply chain, demand planning, supply planning, we also use IFS for. So that is basically how we use IFS today, and we have a lot of different users. I mean, we have a wide spread of users. We have the finance, the accountants that actually work with this system every day. And we have, let's say, the less frequent users who are there to approve invoices, who are there to look at employees, etc., and look at specific data on an ad hoc basis. We experienced some pain points, of course, when it came to simple things as invoice approval, all workflow-related topics that demanded users that were not everyday users of IFS to go in and do things in IFS. Before we had DinERP, of course, we used IFS only as the engine to work with the, for instance, invoice approval process, which of course became a painful exercise for us, being spread out, having approvers could be in different countries, different continents, definitely on different time zones. Doing this basically on an email routing basis. The result, of course, being that the quality could suffer. I mean, people putting in the wrong cost center, wrong account, because it was all made manual through emails. Then we found DinERP, and that practically solved these problems in one go. I mean, we got control of the invoice flow, we got control of who is approving what, we got control of the accounts and cost centers, because you select from a list instead of you putting your own text in. So that made, it was a game changer for us when it comes to quality and time savings on the approval process. Now the invoice is still booked by my people in the global services, but it's pre-booked with the cost center, with an account. You get it and you see who is approving this depending on the amount of the invoice. You can notice yourself if there is a wrong cost center account, you change it on the spot. You can see if it's not your invoice, you can just forward it to the right person or send it back. So it's a huge improvement, and you really do have the control of the process as a user, as an approver. What struck us with DinERP was the ease of use. I mean, the very intuitive user interface that people, I mean, I said from the beginning, here we have it, and people ask me, okay, when do we get trained? I say, we don't need any training on this, it's obvious. If you can read, you can use it. It was an interface that we were acquainted with, being SharePoint users. So we took that to the board here, or to the management team, and it was the quickest approval decision I ever experienced in the history of Oriflame. People just said, yes, do it. And we did it. It is very simple to use, it's very intuitive, and it just works. We have absolutely no regrets. DinERP has proven to be what we want it to be, a very easy to use, no-nonsense solution, and we want to keep it like that. The workflow is working. It was not working before, so the speed increase is kind of indefinite. But also the quality of it, the whole notion of knowing that we can track invoices, we know where they are, we know who is approving and when. So we can also track, we know where the bottlenecks are. So that has become, say, a huge improvement. We haven't measured any specific time saving, but we know that there are substantial. DinERP was adopted straight away. I mean, we launched it, let's say we launched it on a Monday, and that's people were really looking forward to having a tool like that. So there was absolutely no no slack. I mean, people were using it right away, and it's one of the few launches of a new software where we had absolutely zero complaints. On the opposite, we got a lot of praise. They say, okay, this is really good, this is what we needed, this is really helping my day. It works very well on mobile platforms as well. I mean, I've been approving invoices on a tourist bus in New York. So it does work everywhere, and there is no excuses not to approve in time. I would say any company that works with IFS or any other system that DinERP can connect with, they will benefit tremendously of having something like DinERP to simplify their workflows. I would happily recommend DinERP to any customer, I mean, because it's again, it's ease of use, it is working, it solves a very specific problem for you, and it makes you a more productive company.